So we now move on to the Isle of Man Ambassador of the Year, and this is sponsored by the Department for Enterprise, and we'd like to ask Carl Hawker to come up and reveal the nominations and winner.
And the nominations for the Sports Ambassador Award are
Sam Brand, professional cyclist with a team made up of athletes who have type 1 diabetes, completed in World Tour events and represented the Isle of Man in the 2018 Commonwealth Games, inspiring millions of people who live with type 1 diabetes every day. Mark Cavendish continues to promote the Isle of Man and Isle of Man sport around the world through his sporting endeavours. Bill Kringle, rugby union professional, currently playing prop with London Scottish in the IPA Championship. Tom Gandy. Tom secured his place on the PGA Europe Pro Tour via qualifying school and went on to play in 14 events in his first year as a professional. Zoe Gillings-Brier attended her 4th Olympics in 2018 in Korea, the only member of the British team to be on their 4th Games and the only British snowboarder ever to have done so. Caroline Whitehead, National Accredited Badminton England umpire and invited to officiate at international championships events in Finland and Italy. So, Carl, please tell us the winner.
And the winner is Sam Brand.
So 2018, it was the first year you had a professional contract. Putting that aside, what was the highlight?
Well, apart from the Commonwealth Games, for me, Milan-San Remo, one of the biggest races in the world. I found out sort of 10 days before I was racing it, 300 kilometers, so that's undoubtedly the highlight of last year, yeah, for me.
And of course, you've just returned from the Milan-San Remo for a second time. With the diabetes, and given the scale of that event, how difficult is it?
This time it was really difficult. I mean, there's no excuses, nothing. It's just management, you know. It's all in my hands. Everything I do is for the diabetes community, you know. I've got this platform as a professional sportsman to give back to the 14 million people around the world affected by diabetes. So for me, to be on here to accept that on behalf of Team Novo Nordisk.
Get the plug in.
Of course, and everyone, especially on the island. I mean, we're currently working with Monitors for Kids, trying to get enough funding for 2 years for 60 children to get continuous glucose monitors, and to be able to put my name to that is phenomenal.
You actually, the first signs of diabetes were when, I think it was your first year at primary school. It was about when you were 10 that it was confirmed, yet you've still continued in sport. I know you played football for the under-21s, I think you played for Peel and St John's, the Ireland under-21s as well. So where did the inner determination and strength come from to say, I'm not actually going to let this hamper my progress?
Probably from being told, well, you can't. I mean, I'm stubborn, so if someone said, oh, you can't, then I just can. And I mean, there's so many people out there who are diagnosed with diabetes and told that they can't, and it's just misinformation. So I want to be the person to show you can.
You have an early start in the morning, haven't you? a very early start.
Extremely early start. I've got a race on Saturday, so I'm off to Spain tomorrow morning. So yeah, it's going to be a long day, but you know, I love it.
Well, we're very impressed with you. Thank you for being here this evening. A fine ambassador for the Isle of Man, I'm sure you will all agree. Sam Brand.